Hello students, good evening to everyone. Today we are starting with the next type of sentences which is called optative sentences of direct and indirect speech. Basically, optative sentences are for prayers or for wishes. So, in direct speech, we find such words like may, wish, could, and in indirect speech, we start our sentences with wished, prayed, hoped, blessed. And again, in such type of sentences, we uh, remove inverted commas and use that instead of that. We start our sentence with wished, prayed, hoped, or blessed. And then we also change some of the pronouns in the same way as we did in negative in simple sentences and interrogative. And then we have to change adverbial of time and place again, like simple sentences are interrogative, and then we have to use full stop at the end of any sentence after changing the tenses if our speech is in past. So these were some of the rules which are now very easy for us. Now let's see some examples and let's start with our practice sheet. For example, she said, wish you were here. So she wished that I had been there. And then he said, may God bless you. He prayed that God might bless me. They said, could we win the lottery? They wished that they could win the lottery. She said, may you recover soon. She prayed that I might recover soon. He said, wish I were rich. He wished that he had been rich. They said, may our team succeed. They prayed that their team might succeed. She said, I hope he gets well. He prayed that he hoped he got well. He said, could I be so lucky? He wished that he could be very lucky. She said, may peace be upon you. She prayed that the peace might be upon me. They said, wish we could travel the world. They wished that they could travel the world. Now come to the next part of narration, and which is called imperative sentences. So imperative sentences in direct speech always start with verb one, like sit down, like please, like don't, and in indirect speech, we use certain words like order, like command, like request, and suggest uh, for changing them. Other rules of pronouns, rules for tenses, and rules for different kinds of adverbials remain the same as we have already discussed in various types of narration. Like he said, please pass the salt. He requested to pass the salt. Close the door, the teacher said. The teacher ordered to close the door. They said, don't touch the glass. They forbade not they forbade to touch the glass. And then she said, walk faster, children. She asked the children to walk faster. Help me with my bag, he said. He requested to help him with his bag. The manager ordered finish the report. The manager ordered to finish the report. We said, let's clean the park. Uh, we suggested that we should clean the park. Then study hard for exam. Mother said, mother advised to study hard for exam. He said never smoke in here. He forbade to smoke in there, and the guide commanded stay together. The guide commanded to stay together. So these were some of the rules and the sentences which we practiced. Only one rule should be cleared by you, that these sentences are different from exclamatory sentences or optative sentences, that in those sentences we always use that when we remove inverted commas, but in the case of imperative sentences there is some difference, and we always use to plus verb one when we remove commas. So that's all from me now. See you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Take care of yourself, and thank you so much.